I've been doing a lot of laundry today and cleaning up the house. And I sent a letter or an email to you know who. And I continued about my day. I didn't have a cry. I didn't, break down or any of it. I shared my emotions. I shared them intellectually as I'm able to, without being, wounded. And I went to put some laundry again in the dryer. And then I went downstairs to check the mail, and the downstairs neighbor, whose name is Jackie, she walked in through the door as I was walking out the front door to check the mail. And I held the door open for her. I'm like, my lady, you can go first. And she's like, no, sweetheart, you go first. You've waited long enough. And I thought, what? That's weird. I'm like, thank you. It's very sweet of you. And she's like, you are the sweetheart. You are the sweetest heart. You. And I'm like, thinking to myself, how strange is this? Like, this is... No one said anything that's this way to me in a very long time. And I, said thanks, and we smiled and laughed, and I checked my mail and then turned around, and she's like, I'm going to hold the door open for you so that you can walk through, because you are a sweetheart and you deserve it. And I thought, what is happening right now? And I walked through the door and I walked toward, thanked her and walked towards the elevator. And she, before I could even push the button, she's like, it's time for you to embrace. And I'm like, she's like, embrace. When you don't let go of what was, you can't let something new in. And there is nothing in the world God can do about it if you choose to hold on to something. And then she crossed her arms and she's like, when you hold on to something, you are not allowing yourself to receive the new version or the better. And there's nothing God can do about it because you choose to hold on. And I was standing there in complete, like, holy Jesus, woman is channeling divine, like, source right now through her. I looked at her and she, like, as she was talking, and I could see the love in her eyes, how she was telling me that I've been holding on for so long, and that I've been in so much pain, and that I've been blocking everything off because I've been holding on to something that isn't there. And the way she was saying it, she was so, like, she knew me completely. I wasn't completely naked in front of her, and, like, not physically, but spiritually, that I couldn't hide anything from her. It was like I was standing in front of God. Like, not the demiurge God, but like the actual source, originator, everything in that woman for 2 minutes. You have to let go so that the new can come in. And there's nothing nothing that God can do about it if you choose to not let go. I got it. Like, I was about to break down in front of her, and I got on that elevator as soon as I could. I'll always remember what she said. Always. I guess that's how much I've been carrying this around, that people can tell just by looking at me. And that we're never really alone. The entire universe, all of creation is awake in everybody. And it's like they're all just playing along until we get it. I can't hold on to what was anymore. It's wasting who I am and who I could be. It reminds me of that Jackie's Strength song by Tori Amos. It's so strange. Yes, yes, young lady. Yes, you're right here. Meow. My little tiny best friend. Just look at you. Just look at you. Yes, we're looking at you right now. You're on the whole wide internet. Want to say hi? You got furry siblings somewhere. You know this? At least 4 of them. Well, I'm gonna go check on laundry again. There was like 10 minutes left before I talk to Jackie. And that's the third Jackie that I've spoken to today. One of them is my mom. The other one is somebody that emailed me to get like files off of whatever, I don't comprehend it. And this is the third Jackie. And it's strange because I had a dream this morning about a young black woman, like maybe in the 50s or 60s, who had a boy, and her boy was going through my belongings while I was out of the apartment, and we lived in the same apartment building. I was, like, in the dream, I was out somewhere visiting my parents, and her young boy, who was like 5, 6 years old, was going through all my stuff. And when I came back, he had taken some of my things and like been living in my apartment. And I talked to her about it, and she was telling me in the dream how things shift and move, and we have to be kind, and we have to be forgiving, and we have to move forward, and people do what they do, and we can't hurt enough to get someone else to do the right thing. And we can't expect, what was the way she said it? You can't expect people to do the right thing just because you do the right thing. He's just a kid and he doesn't know any better. I mean, this entire day has been the universe speaking to me, the omniverse friggin' speaking to me, and everyone and everything. I even had a recommendation of a Reverend Ike video, and right in the first 30 seconds of the video, he talks about how we make the enemies in our mind. We give others the power to be our enemies by the way we think and feel. That in the Bible it says that, the mind of man is the mind of God, and it has dominion over everything if the mind can be, well, I don't remember the word, but basically kept at a high vibration. Or no, when the mind knows itself, or it knows its divinity, it has dominion over everything. I think it was something like that. Apparently, I'm my own worst enemy, and all these years I've been doing all this stuff to myself on some level. It sucks on the physical level. Absolutely sucks experiencing my own darkness on the physical realm. Especially when it appears through the bodies and actions of other people. maybe I'll like won't see my things ever again, or maybe I will, or who knows? Who knows anymore? But I owe it to myself, just like you owe it to yourself, to not allow yourself to be hurt anymore. It's too much pain to bear for anybody. Even a moment of being hurt is too much. You deserve better, and I deserve better. And maybe, just maybe, if we can think about the things we want without that taint of pain on it, it might actually manifest.